Hello, my name is Nathan Hendrix. I am here to review the Allied Medical Waste Transport case. So, Allied Medical Waste Transport was founded in 1988 as a result of the Medical Waste Transportation Act of 1988. Again, this was a result of a concern at the federal level with waste, syringes washing up on beaches and such other human waste that had been in the news. Prior to Allied's entry, there were two major competitors in the space, BFI and Waste Management. The first account was actually opened in March of 1989, and in 1990, they opened an office in Dallas. They had originally started in Oklahoma, but they expanded regionally in Texas and Arkansas and the surrounding states. Their niche or their success was mostly bred upon quality, price, and the skill of their employees. So Allied has decided to go into the veterinary waste space. A couple challenges with that. Their corporate leadership desires a break even of 1 year and then a profitability after taxes within 3 years. Although they have a pedigree in the medical space, they don't have any experience in the veterinary space. The potential launch state of Oklahoma is ambiguous in terms of regulatory requirements, and we'll get into that. And then the size of the market in Oklahoma is relatively small as well. Veterinary waste is an untapped market for Allied and for their competitors as well. If you look at just the state of Oklahoma, there are 1,900 veterinarians that are in private practice. If you calculate out roughly 3 pounds per month of veterinary waste that might be produced, that's 1.8 million pounds annually. Again, at a proposed spending level of $30 fee per location and then 50 cents per pound, that gives you approximately just under $1 million, 955,000 of available revenue to be gained. Typically, their approach was planned to be mass mailing to these veterinary clinics, and then also a direct selling method. And they had tentatively planned one FTE of direct sales. So a SWOT analysis, a strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats analysis was done for this opportunity. When you look at the strengths, Allied Waste certainly has a strength in terms of they have an advanced technique with incineration. They have their own incineration plant. Their competitors typically use autoclave, which is steam-based, steam cleaning. It's a better technology. It's more desirable for their customers as well. They're a known brand. They've been operating since 1988 in this space across this region in the medical waste field, and so that gives them a pedigree. They have established processes, they have suppliers, they have trucking companies, logistics that they have already planned for these routes and areas, and in addition to that, they know how to do this. They have employees who are trained. They're fully capable of doing this today. Weaknesses, this is the home base for this industry. It's pretty small. Again, Oklahoma, although it says 2,000 veterinarians, the spend is less than $1 million, so there's not a lot of room for error. They have no veterinary experience, although they think it's very similar to medical. You might get in there and realize there's significant nuance to it that they don't see. And with a sales team of one with 2,000 veterinarians in the state of Oklahoma alone, that's a lot of ground to cover. Threats. So right now, there's pending regulation requiring disposal of veterinary waste in the state of Oklahoma, but that has not passed. If it did not pass, that'd be a significant threat to the potential business. And the two major competitors as well may choose to enter the space and see that as their next opportunity too. Opportunities, just sticking to the state of Oklahoma limits them quite a bit when they have a big opportunity to go across the geographic region where they are already well known in the medical space and where they have the infrastructure and capability. So 3 potentials going forward. Number 1 is the limited entry that they had already sort of planned. That's dipping their toe into the state of Oklahoma with 1 salesperson. A break even there, it would be pretty low. Option number two is to go across the entire region, leverage the Dallas office they already have, and the infrastructure that they already have in the pickup of medical waste across Arkansas, Texas, Oklahoma, and those areas. Or third, perhaps launch over the entire U.S. covered by the federal regulation, although again that doesn't cover veterinary. There is a recognized need for waste transport in that area. When you look at opportunity number 3, option number 3, it's very risky in terms of cost. There'd be new investment required. You'd certainly have to bring in more salespeople. It does allow for greater expansion quickly, but the break even gets much tougher because of the additional infrastructure that needs to be brought in. Option number 1 is the least risky. It's simple. It's one salesperson. It's the operation staff they already have. But again, the size of the market in Oklahoma is very small, which means that the margin for error is low, and the chance that this is going to really take off is minimal. The recommended option is number 2, which is to start out the program across the entire regional geography: Dallas, Arkansas, Texas, Oklahoma home market. They already have the existing infrastructure in place of the routes, logistics, employees that can be utilized that this veterinary volume can tack onto, and it's no additional fixed cost beyond what's already present. And the marketing plan would be the same. It would be mass marketing and direct sales. Potentially you could add more salespeople, but that might not be necessary because of their brand name known in this location. So the recommendation is number 2, which is a regional entry into the veterinary market. Thank you.